Welcome back to Advance Wars 2 Reboot Camp. There's only one mission left in Green Earth before we face the final battle, and it's a pretty significant one. Rain of Fire. I keep mistaking this for Rain spelt with an E-I-G-N, but that's the name of the final boss theme of Fire Emblem 7. The enemy forces have set up along an active volcano. Can Green Earth stop them without suffering a burn? Insert "you better have burn heal" joke here.
Let me see.
Kind of funny considering you don't fight Flak at all in the rest of the Green Earth arc.
Very well. Yes.
Oh! I remember this conversation! I love that. Heard you were launching an attack. Yes. Near the volcano. Yes. Sounds dangerous. Oh, okay, so I guess this is in character for Hawk then. Oh yeah, and this conversation is basically the same too, I remember. Oh. I was about to say that. And yeah, this line's the same too. I was almost wondering if they changed that, because it's kind of dark and morbid for a game like this. And yes, no character select screen, because we've used Drake and Eagle already. This is going to be a Jess mission. In fact, yeah, all the banter on the start screen there was between Black Hole, like, no mention of us at all, but I like how the map even looks a little, like, you know, darker and redder here. And yeah, on challenge mode, the only real difference with this map is that there's a whole bunch of mechs around the volcano for some reason. Yeah, I wonder if Drake tried to use his powers here, if the rain would just evaporate.
Really?
True, this is a map more suited to her skills. If even only slightly. So, this is another one of those normal map with a twist kind of, well, maps. Hawk does have some forces defending his own base here from the start. Oh, I forgot how good Jess's theme was in this version. And he has a whole bunch of mechs, like I said. We also have the volcano! A large volcano that erupts occasionally, and by occasionally they mean every turn. There are two different patterns of lava fall. And yeah, you'll see the first one on odd number turns and the second one on even number turns. The main thing to be aware of is which of the properties get hit by the lava fall. But okay then. The main key to this map is securing the two corners. Now usually you get one corner easily and the other corner a lot more difficultly. Okay, nothing is in range of this city to start with, so I'm going to send one guy over here to try and capture that, and then send the other. If I unload here, I'll be able to start capturing that base very early. And now I'll send this tank. So here's the thing. The question with this is whether I try and delay him in the south, or whether I send both my tanks north. Because no matter where I go, I probably will need artillery. In fact, I'm actually going to... Okay, how about this? I think I will actually keep one of my tanks towards my base to deter some things getting through. And then let's see. Yeah, I will need artillery. So I'll get one artillery now. So the volcano hasn't gone off yet, but it will go off. It's basically like at the start of all of your turns, except the first one, because that was when the map began, and having the volcano go off right as the map starts would probably be a bit too unfair. So okay then, we've got these mechs shuffling around. That is like the main change to this on challenge mode, which is still pretty funny, but yeah. We're about to get volcanoed, so Eagle's going to explain how this gimmick works. There's a pattern, there are two patterns, one for odd numbered turns and one for even numbered turns.
Good intel.
I mean, being hasty is kind of something that Jess is good at, but still. So here's the volcano. Its animation is a little slow in the remake, but I like how you can actually see it splash into the rivers when it hits there. So yeah, there is a little area in your base that gets hit. There's also one tile in front of that bridge leading into Hawk's base. Remember that, because it will be important to know. And you can start capturing this. Okay, so he's got a recon incoming, but I have some tanks ready to intercept that recon. And then this anti-air is just, mostly there to deal with the mechs, but it's not really going to be a massive help. And I think I will send this artillery up. However, I will need a second artillery to defend my main base. Because this is an interesting thing. Hawk doesn't really focus down on the southern base all that much with infantry, at least from my experience. So if I can hold off his initial recon tank and medium tank at my base, I might be able to send an APC down there to take that area while he's distracted by the top part of the map. So my main plan is to just fully focus on the top part of the map. Yeah, Hawk's actually got a pretty low income for the first set of turns. Right, yeah, that tile there is a volcano. The one thing to be aware of is... wait for it. That city, I believe, is the only property on the map to get hit by the lava, and it gets hit on odd-numbered turns, which makes it quite hard to capture. But with Hawk's healing powers, he usually does end up getting that city eventually. But yeah, so this mech is in range. However, if I have my artillery ready to intercept, that should serve me pretty well. Also, I could even send this tank in, but I think I do need this tank to defend a little bit. Because, okay then, I get to capture this turn. And now, yeah, this tank can reach, it can attack that road, but it cannot attack this forest right here. I think this might even be a one-shot with a good luck roll, but nope, it wasn't. Because oftentimes, COs with very high firepower bonuses. Yeah, this is the question. Do I send this anti-air here? Because otherwise, this infantry is just going to get hit by, like, one thing. Although it is the only infantry that I had in this area, and I really need to get Starler and capturing those cities. So, you know what? Sadly, it may be worth using this anti-air here to essentially, like, ruin this mech. It doesn't kill the mech, reduces it to 1 HP, but the mech is essentially useless now. If I put the artillery here, yeah, if the mech attacks my anti-air, it gets artillery. However, I do need the artillery to get into position quite soon, because the medium tank is coming, and my only real answer to the medium tank is artillery. Speaking of artillery, though, I may need to get... either save my money or I get another one. I think I will get another artillery. It does kind of suck to be like base skipping is what they call it in competitive circles. Probably more effective to just get a whole lot of infantry. Like, something that I've realized from like my war room attempts, I've noticed that my skill at war room improved dramatically once I started building a lot of infantry, like with all of my bases wherever possible. Because you do need, like, usually whoever has the most infantry wins. But in a situation like this, I would, like, my goal here is to get a bit of an artillery line going, so that once his medium tank, recon, and regular tank reach my base, then I can take them out, and then again, I might be able to slip some things down there to get the lower corner while he's distracted. Because he's focusing most of his mechs and his foot soldiers in the north right now. So here's the... okay, volcano's going off. Where is it hitting? Yeah, I'm not really sure why you'd really want to put anything on that river to begin with, but yeah. Also, Hawk likes to just build units and then run them right into the volcano because, yeah, he's kind of... his AI is a little dumb in this map. Okay. The medium tank can go there, so here's a really sucky thing right now. Like... I actually, honestly, just want to... this will even move my... so, hear me out. If I put the tank there, the medium tank would be able to shoot it this turn. And that would not end well. However, if I instead do this... I keep this regular tank alive. And yeah, that thing was essentially 7 HP, so it's done. Move this artillery in here. And no matter what he does, he can't get in with this medium tank. So the medium tank should also be in range of my artillery this turn. And I probably do need another tank up here. I think I'm all set on artillery for now. So, like, this thing is maybe going to swing down here and attack my tank. Or it's going to attack that. You know, either way, I'm probably would rather... I'm so sorry, anti-air, but I kind of have to sack you right now. Because, okay then, yeah, this thing's going to die. I always found, like, the sound that artillery made when they hit a unit in a river was always really satisfying in the original GBA sound effects. It's not quite to the same extent now, but it was just generally quite rare that you'd have an artillery, I mean, yeah, sometimes artillery would be able to, like, hit infantry in water, so I guess it wasn't all that rare. But okay then, I don't have enough for more infantry because I had to spend some money on repairs. And yeah, I'd like to avoid spending money to repair a tank as well, so okay then. So I'm not quite doing a, like, I remember a term from, like, Warhammer Battle Reports called to refuse a flank. And I don't know if that's technically what I'm doing here, like refusing to fight on the bottom flank and just pulling all in on the top. Because my idea there is I eventually make a push for an HQ capture. And aha, yeah, this is a terrible use of a medium tank right here. Destroying a 1 HP APC. And putting yourself in range of an artillery. Like, if I was him, I wouldn't have attacked with the medium tank at all. But yeah, the AI generally follows an all-out attack mindset. And yeah, for some reason, Hawk just likes spam artillery on this map. It can get a little bit of a problem when he starts clumping them all together and forming an artillery wall, which can be a little hard to break through. And that one did not get hit by lava. But, okay. Like, technically I could start capturing that base. I almost wonder if it's actually... Oh, no, there's a tank down there. But okay then, like, now this medium tank is a little damaged, I can afford to maybe go in with this tank and see if I can, well, probably shouldn't say maybe because I've already done it, but yeah. Okay, yeah, that thing's down to basically 2 now. Again, gotta be aware of Hawk's power meter. But that's just a recon, that's not gonna be giving him very much power charge at all. So, hit that. Let's see. Yeah, he's not really close to Black Wave. So now I have basically like a fortress right here. I've got these 2 artillery, this tank guarding this choke point. So if you try to send the medium tank in here, the medium tank is not gonna like that very much. Yeah, I do kind of wonder whether I should start capturing that. I'm not going to get it in 2 turns, but maybe it's better than... Maybe it is better. Like, maybe it does mean that I do get it in the same amount of time. So I would say that I need another artillery here, but I've already dealt with the medium tank, and he doesn't have another one incoming. So right now, I probably just need more tanks. Although, his forces here are predominantly mechs and artillery. I almost wonder if, and there's a huge road here, I almost wonder if recons might actually be the way to go for now. It would save me money. But, you know, more tanks. You know what, I actually am going to go for 1 recon right now. And that means I can actually start splurging on infantry from down here. Don't like this guy being on 7 HP, though. I guess I'll try and repair him. I hope those aren't famous last words. But yeah, recons are actually quite good against artillery and rockets. They're a little bit worse against artillery than they are against rockets, but because artillery are a little more well-armored, even though they're cheaper. And are more mobile, but they just don't have as much range. Okay, this tank is not going to hold out much longer, but I could replace it with, like, an infantry at least. So, okay, here's my question. How good are you at surviving? No, you didn't even... Like, if I was him, I would have gone for that infantry to maybe potentially delay the capture. Both my tanks up there are damaged, though. But yeah, he just has, like, a recon of his own. Like, admittedly, mechs are very good against recons because they're 1,000 cheaper and they basically wreck recons, but... Against, like, massed artillery... Okay, so let's see... I do need to make sure to protect that infantry, though, because I've pretty much banked on grabbing this northern base as quickly as possible. But, well, there's nothing else his artillery can shoot at, so I may as well. And that guy's going to focus more on capturing than attacking my infantry. Okay, he has Black Wave. It's possible that he could try and use it. Sometimes the AI is an enigma, but oftentimes it does go for Black Wave if it has it and it's not too close to Black Storm. But he is pretty decently close to Black Storm right now. And here, I know the AI is going to go for a capture rather than an attack here, so I can probably afford to do this with my Recon. Just showing the full animation here just because, like I said before, Green Earth Recons are kind of rare. They don't show up that often in the first game's campaign, and in the second one, well, I mean, you know, Jess is actually quite decent with Recons. Oh, that is annoying. I don't like it when that happens. So, again, there's a lot of mechs, but, like, tanks versus mechs is actually kind of bad. Speaking of tanks versus things being bad, though, I was going to say my tank down here is going to die. However, it'll serve exactly the same purpose if I put an infantry here. Because it's still going to die, but it's a cheaper unit. And it lures the medium tank into artillery range regardless. So now with this, in fact, I could even get... Is he even a tank? Oh, he has an anti-air, but it's probably going to go to the north. So I think... And again, the mind of the AI is an enigma, but I do think that he's going to send that north, and I don't know, like, eventually he'll probably see me coming in the south. Okay, yeah, that's retreating, and, like, all he has up there is just a bunch of artillery, which if I have some recons and tanks to deal with those, please don't be okay, no, it's not full health. That should still be a capture. I should still be fine. That thing is down to 3. Okay, he has a tank there. Right, now, again, he's definitely getting Black Storm really soon. Are any of my units up there? Oh, I had a feeling one of them was in range of the volcano, but still. I still remember from the original that, like, the volcano made this really funny sort of splat sound. Yeah, so here's the thing, like, recons, they are, like, technically, mechs are cost-effective against recons, but also recons are only 1,000 more, so it's better them than a tank against a mech. So yeah, going for a little bit of cost-effective trading here. So going for, like, trying to maximize things in my favor a little bit here. Don't think that spot gets volcanoed. But yeah, he is definitely getting Black Storm's turn. But with this dead, also Black Storm means I should keep my infantry inside the APC. Because that way it weathers the storm. And yeah, that thing's probably going to go north as well. So yeah, so far it doesn't look like he's really going to be catching on to me trying to move for the southern bases. Okay, he does have an anti-air coming. I think it's probably time to start getting tanks. So my income right now is 9,000. He still is richer than me. I was about to say he out-incomes me, but that's a bit of a weird thing to say. But yeah, okay, yeah, he's definitely using this. He's got Black Storm.
I must commend you.
I don't think this is going to be a huge threat to me, though.
Black Storm.
I like the way that his, you know, power fanfare sounds. Yeah, this map's also smaller than you might think it is. But speaking of, like, this map, what's cool about this is that, in the remake, you can unlock the ability to use volcanoes in the map editor. You could not do that in the GBA version, and that is really fun. Okay, so he's rushing me with a whole bunch of artillery. And now I have to spend money on artillery repair, which is a little different to door repair from Zelda. Oh, okay, so one of those things up there does get hit by the volcano. But, okay then. Yeah, he's kind of clustered a little close, and I don't really have a whole lot of units that But I probably should still use this. It is going to give me +2 movement on the APC below, so I get to the lower corner faster. Because if you manage to get both corners, you pretty much win. There's not much he can do against that. You basically got him surrounded. Oh, he has a recon up there, though. It is just a recon. And, like, my artillery, my base is not going to be threatened at all for the rest of this map. So, oh, actually... Nah, he's still going to try and capture. I'm sure he's still going to keep capturing. I don't think... And now I've forgotten if any of these areas here are volcano tiles or not. So this could be bad, but this guy's not going to be too useful except as a wall. Okay then, so the plan is, well, I mean, you can't shoot anything else, so you may as well do this. If I get rid of this, I might be able to get something to take a good shot at that artillery. Yeah, so I think I'll hit this. Not exactly the ideal engagement I would have wanted. The issue is I don't want a bunch of things getting first struck by that mech, but I also want to try and take out these artillery. Because the artillery are also a big threat to my tanks. I mean, I could do this, but the tank will die. However, with Hawk, you always want to finish off his weakened units, because they can always come back later with his powers. My chance of actually getting that is quite low, and, well, there's 2 cities up here I don't even have yet, so I may as well get some infantry to try and take those. And, I guess, more infantry for the technique gods. So the question is he going to send stuff down? Is he wise to my plan to take the south base? So I am actually starting to run out of good units in the north to deal with, like, tanks and stuff that are coming. And this is probably one-shotted. Yes, it is. I do have a full health tank. But he has been kind of pushed to the halfway point at that northern flank. Please don't let that infantry get hit by the volcano. I don't have, like... There are websites that show you the full volcano's range. Oh yeah, not even close. It's fine. So, okay then. Now, I can get you in there and then... the question is, will I go for that for... he's close-ish to that. I suppose if I put the infantry here, he can go for either of them. Okay, I can try and capture this, and he's going to get repaired up, though. So I probably should just make sure that, like, I can punish him if he tries to... Yeah, if he tries to send anything there. And yeah, you might be able to potentially wall off stuff. Just had a horrible thought that infantry might be in range of the volcano next turn. Oh, and this guy didn't even get hit at all, so he can keep capturing. I suppose this is maybe a solid engagement. He's not really going to do much back to me from the... Yep, okay, there we go. I'm still on 10 HP, which is great. I can actually form a little wall of my own here, but he does have a full health tank that's going to come. And my artillery response to that is not in good shape right now. But I can try and put it there anyway. Let's go for another artillery up there, just to try and see if I can be a bit of a choke point breaker. You know what? Maybe I will need another recon in the north. And yeah, I think I'll leave those 2 artillery there. The only way that's going to backfire is if the volcano hits either of them. Yeah, it's kind of... I'm not great at memorizing things like the volcano's patterns. Okay, right, yeah, that's a full health tank, that's not good, and now my artillery is... Except you decided not to attack the artillery, you instead decided the recon was a more pressing threat? Oh, I guess because you could do that. No, okay, now I see what you're... Now I see, yeah, you kill both of them anyway. Okay, so that thing is on 7. Yeah, that's not great. Okay, yeah, he is starting to go down. He does realize that I'm trying to take the southern corner. Which means that I can't put that infantry there because the medium tank will hit it. It'd be really funny if the medium tank got hit by the volcano, but no. Because, yeah, that's definitely in range now. And he is sending infantry down here, too. So he's now trying to make an effort to get this corner now that I've provoked him a little bit. But okay, then. I can take you out. I can shoot the other mech. I can then join camp. Yeah, sometimes whenever I do this thing, when I like, narrate my moves like this, I mean, that's just kind of par for the course for, playing, like, doing commentary on a game like this. I hope it's still... yeah, I just get... Sometimes I get into this rut of, like, oh, you know, my commentary is not interesting anymore because I've already gone through, like, all of the basic mechanics of the COs and all of the stuff earlier on in the game. But I hope all of you who are, you know, who are still watching are still enjoying. Oh, don't even have that yet. And I highly doubt you're going to last much longer, sadly. So, unless I try and just... I mean, I have this recon, but it's going to, like, die. Is it worth forming, like, a defensive perimeter around this infantry just to... Actually, no, there's, like, a... They can zip around to the back of it. There's no way that I'll be able to fully cover that infantry. Well, I suppose I'm already committed by now, so yeah, let's see what he does here. So I can just get another tank here. Do I need that, or would I rather get, like, a... I don't know. I think I will get another tank here. Okay, so the northern front's going a little... Oh, he did shoot with the artillery. And that is possibly dead? Oh, wow! Just like the absolute bare minimum threshold of not being dead. That still means I don't get that city for, like, ages, though, so I think I've still... Oh, and now he's actually is gonna die. Oh, well, yep, that totally failed. Because he moved his unit somewhat smartly. However, yes, I do have the lower base now. Okay, volcano... Oh, yeah, I had a feeling one of his units up there would get hit by the volcano. Okay, yeah, that medium tank is getting kind of close. But now he's starting to spread himself out a little bit. Because he knows that I'm going down here, so that... Get that, and now... Yeah, I'd probably rather start going for these, because if I can get all of the cities in a line down the bottom, then I'm going to be depriving him of income. Okay, we're exactly even in terms of properties at this point. And, okay, that infantry is going to get hit. But I think I can at least get one artillery on that medium tank if it does try and hit the infantry. I have more infantry incoming. This is why building a lot of infantry is usually a good thing, because eventually your slow wall of infantry will get places, and when they get places, then they capture a lot of stuff, and then you get more income, and then, yeah, you kind of win. Speaking of winning, how close is Hawk with power? That's more losing than winning, but I've got to check. Nah, a long time away. Yeah, this mission is honestly the closest you get to playing against Hawk in a regular battle, and because of this, you do really start to notice the weakness of his big power meter, because he, in like a match where you have to gradually build up your income over the course of things, yeah, he will see very few powers over the course of a match, and like me with a power length of 3, you will see that I will just get so many more powers versus his powers. And now that I have more of an income, I'll probably be able to just choke him out of the north with tanks occasionally. In fact, this is another thing about, like, competitive play that I've noticed that's kind of that I find interesting theoretically. So, sometimes people like to think of bases as having, like, a control zone of, like, 6 spaces around them. Because you can build a tank out of that base, and then next turn, that tank will be able to attack anything that's trying to threaten that base. So, like, the bases almost radiate a little bit of a defensive aura. And that was a bit of a weird decision on your part, honestly, but I'm totally okay with it. I'm a little weak here, but I'm still a tank versus an anti-air, so that's still usually how healthy... Oh, that's probably dead. Oh, no, barely not, that's fine. Yeah, so now he's actually going all in the south, and... Okay, this does mean I'm in a little bit of trouble down here. So I'm actually wondering whether I activate... Whether I activate my normal power just for more damage on the medium tank. Like, I kind of want to do that. See, he's focusing a lot of things down here now, and he's probably going to get that too. But, okay. Yeah, this city is hard to get, but let me just... again, this is really strange, but...
I won't lose to you.
There's another advantage that Jess has, is that that other kind of COs have, is they have the option of like a 3-meter normal power to just use when they just need a quick burst. Like, for example, like again, the only reason I did this is to get a little more damage on this medium tank. Let's put that down to basically 4.5. And he doesn't even have Black Wave yet. But now, okay, he doesn't have a rocket coming, but that medium tank is weak now, so I can get a tank. Actually, no. Probably better if I try and pin you in, if I try and, do that pin via putting, like, an infantry there, and then one of these things is going to die. However, now I have an artillery wall against a pin medium tank. It's a shame that our infantry don't get a movement boost out of this. It'd be kind of weird if they did, but, I could really do with some better movement on infantry right now. However, okay, that's not a one-shot. But I can get a decent number of kills here and start pushing forward into... Hopefully this thing should die. He may have Black Wave. Oh, no, he doesn't even have Black Wave yet, and this is just a mech, so it's not going to really give him Black Wave. Actually, at this point, I wonder if I should... I can afford an APC. If I should actually start... I mean, I don't know how well it's going to work, but now that his forces are distracted in the south, I might be able to start going for an HQ push in the north with an APC. Unless he gets Black Wave mid-turn. I don't think he will, though. He does still have a rocket guarding the HQ. I gotta remember that, those are tiles around that bridge on his base. Yeah, if you let Hawk start choke pointing down there, then you can end up being... Oh, he might use it. Is he going to use it? He just got it. Is he going to... Okay, yeah, he is doing this. Yeah, so Hawk does have the AI where he will use his power
Black Wave
at the end of his turn if he gets it mid-turn. Makes sense. He was a lot more consistent about doing this in the original game. But overall, I do think the power AI in the reboot camp is probably better. Except for added during Fog of War, as I've said. Now, is this the turn when that city gets hit by the volcano? We'll see. Okay, unfortunately, all my infantry are going to make an 8. Yeah, it is the turn where that happens. But, okay then. Oh, that means I don't quite get that. But, he does have that boosted defense. Which basically means I just erase the point of HP he gained out of Black Wave. But maybe that is worth it. So, I could start building, like, tanks down here. Oh, he has a base down here, though, now. So this means, okay, yeah, his income has gone... Okay, now our income is totally even. This is interesting, the way this match is going. Okay. If I send the recon there, the recon's probably going to die. The question is, though, whether that's worth it. Because I will be able to start pushing in a bit. I can take that artillery down next turn. I annoyingly only have like 9 HP infantry around here. Okay, you can start trying to get that. And I suppose this tank can combine into this, although it would suck to do a join and then have it turn out that I'm actually on the volcano space. Alright, yeah, speaking of joins, you needed to join to make sure that I get that soon. But maybe I should actually get another tank from there. I'm wondering whether I put the... I need to kind of actually not tempt that tank into moving... that medium tank into moving away from my artillery, though. So I think I won't go in there, because I trust these two to start capturing, but the medium tank might move back and attack the... I mean, the medium tank's probably going to kill that, though. Okay, I'm going to be a little bold with my AI predictions here and do that. Don't know if it'll actually pay off for me, but we'll see. Okay, I've got a good stream of units going. I'm not too worried about technique anymore. And I've actually pushed him back pretty far. Like, logically speaking, this is looking quite good for me at the moment. But I don't want to speak too soon. Yeah, I was exactly right about my AI prediction there. He would attack the 3 HP infantry, and he would start capturing the other two, leaving that 9 HP infantry totally fine. Though I doubt it's gonna really... Yeah, if it even tries to capture that base, and it can't even do it anyway because he built something out of it, but okay then. And... Volcano time. This makes me think of Volcanic Panic, which I think was at least used as the name of a Pokemon anime episode. I think the Blaine episode, where the main notable thing that I remember is they kind of combined Blaine's beta design and his final design. Because, like, in the original, like, version of the manual for Pokemon Red and Blue, Blaine looks like a hippie guy with hair. And then in the final game, he's instead a sort of a scientist-looking, almost Dr. Eggman-looking, balding scientist with glasses. And then in the anime, they used his hippie version as a disguise, and had him actually look like the bald man with glasses, but yeah, had him be wearing a wig and, like, a fake beard. Which I admit is kind of an interesting idea, like, again, combining the two designs. Now, yeah, I'm really not too concerned with taking back that base from him. Really, all my forces down here are meant to do is distract him so that I can get some stuff to the HQ. Problem is, I think they actually need to start distracting a little more before I can really feel confident in getting in there. And again, be careful of the tiles surrounding that bridge, because both of them get volcanoed. I forget which one is odd and which one is even, but I know they both get volcanoed. So okay then, this artillery wasn't a threat to me anyway, but I might as well kill it. And he has a tank. He's doing not too terrible on power meter. I think I actually do need more tanks there though. And artillery, and nothing else is... Well, that APC will die if it stays there, so it should go, and maybe it can ferry some infantry forward next turn. Little concerned about what he might get out of that base, but we'll see what happens. Never mind, he base blocked himself with a loaded APC, somehow. Not really sure what compelled him to do that, but yeah. That was a... No, I don't actually think that was a join. But okay then, Oh no, I actually can reach that. I wonder if I can actually get turbocharged. Because if I do get turbocharged, I can get a tank to attack that rocket. I don't know how... it's unlikely. I'll need to do like 9,000 worth of damage. And that probably means that this artillery has to not really do much. Or, you know, I could take 9,000 funds worth of damage. Actually, if I do this, maybe this will actually give me enough damage to, get it. Because that's a rocket. Oh, not quite. I don't like that I'm base blocking myself here, but if I do this, I might be able to get the other tank onto this. Okay, so I think now I have turbocharge. Yeah, I do, but I don't think it actually helps at this point. I mean, I could try blocking his bases with turbocharge. Okay, maybe I don't go in just yet. In fact, actually, unless that tile gets hit by the rocket, gets hit by the volcano, because I'd very much appreciate a full health infantry being loaded in the APC. I'll just get tank and recon up there. More infantry. Okay. Again, my lower force are serving their role well as distractions. And that is one distraction gone, and, well, that's another distraction gone. I don't know what that 1 HP rocket hopes to accomplish, but, I'm interested to find out. Oh, that's not good. Didn't expect you to run all the way out there. That means I need to use, like, an additional unit to take that thing out. Also lost an... Wow, that's very audacious of you. And he got a tank. Okay, I sort of have to rethink things a little bit here. And volcano time. Actually, does that recon get hit by the volcano? It does. Right. It dies to the weak tank then. See, he is really... this tank is basically dead, so it may as well get a shot on this thing before it goes down to accumulate a tiny bit of power. Just trying to think whether I... Again, I am not being able to build anything out of this base if I do this, but... Oh, he has exactly Black Wave now. Although that might change after I damage a few of his other units. I don't want him to use Black Wave on my 10 HP potential capturing infantry. Yeah, at this rate I may as well go for just overdrive. But I think if I do this, yeah, I block one of these bases. He does have a tank up here. And I get rid of this. And then that's just a recon. That, yeah, I probably should be going for the full kill there. And that probably pushes him out of, yeah, he's probably going to go for Black Storm at this rate. Oh, I just had an extremely weird thought. Okay, this is really strange. Watch this.
I always give 100%.
One thing I actually really like about this playthrough is I have been, like, this is something I didn't really do when I played the GBA version. I'm using a lot of CO powers for weird reasons. So, watch this. Right. With the +1 movement, I can actually have this APC go down here, drop the infantry there. Now this recon can actually go here. And now, this tank can't shoot my infantry. Without the +1 movement, this APC would not have been able to block the tank. And the infantry is within capture distance of the HQ next turn. So, yeah, very weird but cool use of turbocharge. Now I just have to hope that he's gonna want to go for Black Storm instead of Black Wave this turn, because if he uses Black Wave, my capture is delayed 1 turn because the infantry is out of the transport. It also means my tanks reach his HQ faster. And also my recons gets to, yeah, I love turbocharge and overdrive on recons with, like, really big roads. Oh, I guess I can get 2 tanks up there. But okay, then. Please let this plan actually pay off, because if it does, it would be really cool. Just, like, use it. Like, this just kind of shows the power of +1 movement in a game like this. Because I didn't even use...
Are you?
Dang it. That slows things down by a turn. Yeah. Oh well. He was kind of smart with his power usage there. And he's moving something back up. And, okay, yeah, that's a full tank, so... At least that blocks off that base. See, I can quite easily surround the HQ. Oh, that rocket is repairing itself. I need to kill it. I think I can, though. Oh, but it means... Okay, I might be able to kill it without moving off of that base. Ah, okay, that tile there is a volcano tile. But okay, then, I can start capturing this. Unfortunately, it's going to take me 3 turns instead of 2, but Okay, I could block with the APC. I need 3 units up here to surround this infantry. So... okay, there we go. That's one thing. Oh, I can block with this. That's not, like, really ideal, but I may have to. I need something up top, so I need you there. I need you here. And then I hit this to reduce its HP a little tiny bit. I think I did need to kill the rocket. I think the infantry would have been in danger if I didn't kill that rocket. Lost 17. And there is a whole heap of stuff around here. So I think right now, I'm just going to pull the whole, my strategy is run away. In fact, he just has artillery and foot soldiers down here. So, no reason to risk anything. I think right now, there are no units I can build that are going to reach the HQ in time. So, I'm just going to go for a whole bunch more infantry to try and salvage my... well, not salvage, I've probably got good technique here, but... okay. So, the problematic thing is if one of the tanks kills the 3 HP tank and the other one attacks the infantry. I'm hoping one of them gets distracted by a recon or something. Oh, yep, that was good. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's very good. I mean, it could potentially be bad. But I just need 3 units up here. And I have 3 units. Because I need to hold out for one more turn. I can even build Neo-Tanks if I wanted to. But this is overall kind of a low-income map. Right, so keep capturing. And, okay, 9 HP tank there. That's there. Recon's gonna have to... like, as long as my units don't get... I think the APC has more defense than the Recon, but I could be wrong. Could be equal. The basic idea is, as long as something like my defender doesn't really get one-shotted... and there's no threat to this tank besides the 9 HP tank up here. So I'm going to attack with this thing, which hopefully doesn't backfire on me. Okay, you can damage this. Okay, I am pretty confident that I don't think he'll be able to stop me winning next turn. Oh, hey, and I've even got one of his things. I can send another recon in to give him more things to shoot at. And again, all of my troops down here, they just run. They're mechs, so infantry are going to be, will always be literally one step ahead of them. And yeah, he's capturing my base down there. I don't care about it. I did my job in that area. My job there was to be a diversion. To distract him from the thing that I can exactly afford 1 Neo-Tank and 1 infantry just for swag points. But yeah, just to distract him while I went for the HQ. That's generally how I like to play this mission. Because, yeah, it looks like the AI does, like, take the bait if you decide to go for that lower, corner. The chance of you actually getting that lower corner are fairly low, just because it starts out closer to Hawk's base. I almost wonder if with some tweaking, a map like this might actually be balanced for multiplayer. It's probably a little unbalanced as it stands. You'd have to remove all the pre-deployed units, and you'd have to maybe shuffle around some things so that, like, so that everyone had an equal number of cities in range of themselves, and that, like, nobody started with any more cities than the other. But I feel like with a little bit of messing around, you could very easily make this a competitively viable multiplayer map. I don't know how fun it would be exactly, but, yeah. Because, like, one player is very likely to get one corner, but the other player is very likely to get the other corner, so that kind of evens out. Don't really have much knowledge of, like, fully competitive Advance Wars. I haven't really tried making competitive maps of my own, so I could be just talking complete crap right now. But, like, I do feel like maybe it has potential. But yeah, I think I'll just end this. I like that little salute the Green Earth troops do.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, everyone needs a lot of medals for this. One thing that I do remember is, a lot of the time, the defeat conversations in Advance Wars 1 and 2 are just very lighthearted and mostly just like, oh, you lost, but try again next time, and giving you tips. I remember that if you lose this mission, Jess actually gets really, really down on herself, for kind of good reason. Because she was the one who rushed into this situation, and, like, I think she actually berates herself for letting so many troops die a horrible death to the lava. Like, it is one of the darker defeat lines in the game. Yes, think of it as a sort of eagle compliment. That's just how shonen rivals roll.
Looks like I survived another day.
No, that's one of the quotes from Jess that I've always remembered. Okay, power was... Oh, technique was actually a little bad. I was thinking that I didn't need to build, like, units out of all my bases on the last turn, but maybe if I did, I would have got a perfect score. But still, it was nearly perfect. And yeah, it's actually kind of a fun mission when it's done well. So, that is the last Green Earth mission before Great Sea Battle, and oh boy, Great Sea Battle is gonna be a long one. And it's kind of tough to S-rank with the new scoring system in Reboot Camp, so see you all next time when hopefully I figured that out. Oh yeah, for being that mission you unlock Jess, and I would have the footage of that, but my hard drive died and I lost it.